Welcome back, guys. We're here again. It's an after work. It's dark outside. I'm in the garage. I don't have a lot of time tonight. I've got a little bit of time, so I'm going to spend that time wisely. I'm going to avoid the wife and the kids and just... No, I'm not. I love them so much. But I'm going to be out here working in the garage. I've got probably an hour and a half before it's time to go in and spend some time with the kids and, you know, maybe eat some ice cream and get them ready for bed. So we're going to keep on working on this. I made a little bit of progress. Got the fender off. We've got the new axle in position. I'm trying to work my way back through here. Let's get this steering out of here. Get the steering wheel, steering box out of here. And I'm just fighting this because well, it's the simple truth is because I can't find my tools. I don't remember where I put my little tuning pickle fork steering arm remover to get that steering arm off of there. And it's driving me batty. And I probably just need to order and buy a new one. And I won't. I'll just fight this for a little while and then give up and throw my hands up in frustration and maybe cry and hug myself a little bit. But that's all right. So I'm going to try to keep on working on this, get the steering wheel out of here, get it ready for the new steering wheel and the whole new steering apparatus and a bit of an understanding of how that's all going to come together. So yeah, let me get busy here. So I think, oh my goodness. I wonder how many come on, here we go. It's just not even, it's all fine. Everything's fine. There we go. I think that did it. I don't have high hopes for this. I figure what it'll do is it'll chip off some of this bakelite, some of this plastic, and just fling it right into my face. But yeah, just like that.
3 days later.
All right, I think we got a good understanding of what we're looking at here. If I look at my brake pedal assembly and where I want to place it, if I place it right about here, I've got a rib right there that I can't go any further than. I can take the whole assembly and I can straddle that rib, and that puts the steering wheel about where I want it. The brake's a little bit further to the left than I want. I'd like the brake, well, right there. But you know what? I could actually change that if we have to. Let's look at how it looks with everything else there. So I've got two options. I can place it and straddle that rib, or we can go to the right of that rib. If I go to the right of that rib, I might be happy with where that steering wheel is putting me. I'm really happy where that brake pedal. Now that brake pedal, that's totally adjustable, guys. We can cut that, we can weld that, we can do whatever we want. Going to be some sharp edges on that, but we'll just try not to bleed too much more because of it. All right, let's see how this looks as far as how this is going to fit in there now. Give us a better idea. We got lots of trim, lots of work to do on this to get this to put into the right position. It's just a little bit at a time. Just a little bit of paint to go over all the surface rust. I hit it with a wire brush. This will keep it from getting any worse over the next little while. Just kind of coat that. Let's see how this power brake booster fits in here now. I've got a good feeling about this. Just about perfect. Now we can go inside and see how the brake pedal, good gravy, see how the brake pedal and steering column are going to look. Yeah, it'll be great. Let me just get some light in here. So here's the dealio, guys. I've got this thing mocked up with my brake booster and brake pedal and gas pedal in position, right? So you can see I've got my gas pedal, that's where it's been forever, and my brake pedal. Now my steering wheel here is not quite in position. It is about, probably 4 inches or so closer to my chest than it will be when it's finally installed. And that's because the steering wheel, I haven't cut the hole through the firewall for it yet, for the steering column. Here's the deal. I don't like it. I don't think it's going to work for me. It's a little frustrating, but it is what it is. So we're too far towards the center line of the vehicle. We're just, I mean, look right here. Look at my arm. I can't put my arm up on and I can barely grab the steering wheel. You know, you got to be able to get the steering wheel with your arm sitting here on the side. That's critical in these types of vehicles. It's not, right? I get it. I can live with that. The problem is actually mechanical. Let me show you something. You can see down here, the steering column is going off to the right of the brake pedal. Because we're going to the right, we have to clear the brake pedal. You know, that whole tooth object in the same place at the same time, and how that breaks the space-time continuum, and nobody wants that to happen. If we come out here and we look down in here, that's going to bring my steering column in. Putting the power brake booster right here, that's going to bring my steering column out right about here. That's just about in line with my exhaust manifold right there. And so there's no way that not enough room to get around that without multiple U-joints, multiple linkages. Nobody wants that. Where does that leave me? We already talked about this earlier. I can move this out, right? So if I move this thing out 3.5 inches, roughly to right there, we should be fine as far as clearing the fender. That'll get us away from the exhaust manifold. The only thing that it really gets us to, that our problem that we fight, is right underneath in here. We're now going to straddle and cut through this rib on the firewall. Those kinds of things are structural, right? They're there for a reason. And when you start cutting into them, you're going to start weakening the entire structure. Can we live with it? Yeah, probably. We can probably beef it up in somewhere in another location and make it work. So all this to say, I've spent most of the day working on this, and now I'm going to take it back out and spend some more time reworking on it. That's the nature of these things. There's no manual for this. There's no kit to swap these axles in here to add power steering, add power brakes. It just doesn't exist. You've got to build this on your own, and sometimes you make a mistake. I made a mistake. I cut too many holes, but there really wasn't a great way to test fit it otherwise, and that's all right. I've got a welder. I can patch those holes. It'll give me some practice to patch holes in spots that people aren't going to see, so maybe that's not a good thing, but we'll just do it anyways. All right, guys, I'm going to get back at it. I'm going to yank out this power brake booster and the master cylinder and really think about this. But yeah, we're most likely going to shift it over that 3 3/8 inches. That's the whole spacing on that, and then we will we'll cut through that rib, and it'll all be grand after that point. Guys, it is days later than the last clip in this video. I've been hard at it. Well, not hard at it. I mean, I got to go to work, do my job, come home, go for a run, eat dinner with the family. Anyways, in my hour and a half, 2 hours each night, it's taken me days to get to this point. So here we go. See if we can get some good lighting, some adequate lighting in here. Wait. We filled the hole right there that I cut previously for that whole brake pedal assembly and steering wheel hanging assembly. Welded a patch in there, welded in the holes I drilled, moved it over. I'm pretty happy with this location, I think. We'll find out in a little bit. The brake booster fits up right there. That should be right about where my steering wheel comes out, and it will miss the exhaust manifold. I think we have a winner. I'm gonna bolt some of this stuff up and kind of get a feeling for what this is going to look like. I'll bring you in here in a minute when we get this kind of set up. I think it's safe to say that we have some progress. I'm happy with the position of the brake booster, the brake master cylinder. It clears the hood when it's down. Well, it's way down below the hood. Our steering column comes through the firewall in a reasonable place. We are awfully tight to this exhaust manifold. I've got a plan for that. It's going to be more work, but we're going to shift this motor just a little bit. It's going to pay dividends in a lot of respects. So we're going to shift that motor just a little bit. I'm pretty darn happy with the position of the steering wheel and the brake pedal. I'm not perfectly happy with, but I'm reasonably happy with. So here we go. Steering wheel is in a good place. I've got enough room, except for there's a cord in the way. I got enough room. I can grab the steering wheel with my hand sitting out the window, just the way it's supposed to. I mean, this is the way it's supposed to be. I've got a little bit of a potential to move this steering wheel in and out. That's all given because right now it's just zip tied up there. Gas pedal, the throttle's in a good place. The brake pedal, it's probably about 2 inches too far to the left to be perfect, but I won't miss that brake pedal when driving. It'll be just fine. Yeah, we've got some progress. We're starting to get these things pieced together. We've got work to do still. We've got to come up with some shims and some spacers to adjust the angle between my dashboard and the brake pedal assembly. Just little things that's got to be done. I knew it had to be done to begin with, but this is the part where you just build as you go. So I'll come up with some shims next to slip in there and understand how that's going to fit to align that. I'll have to come up with so right now we're just flopping up and down because our next mounting point is down there at the firewall. There's supposed to be a flange there at the bottom of the steering column that's going to bolt up to the firewall, and that's going to take care of this part of it. Yeah, bits and pieces at a time. More pieces and parts have shown up in the mail, and we're going to keep at this thing. So you know what, guys, We're not nearly as far along as I want to be, but that's the progress on these projects, right? You just keep going. This is a good place to stop this video. I'm happy with what we have. We have good potential. Steering wheel's in a good place. I can close the door. I can reach my window crank. I can reach my door handle. Everything's well, ergonomic. So I'm happy with this. Now it's just a matter of finishing up all the pieces and parts to lock it into place. And that's no trivial matter. That's going to take quite a bit of work. But that's what we sign up for when we do these projects, isn't it? We know that it's going to be a lot of work, and that's part of why we do them. So guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Go out in your garage and do something. Make it a little bit cleaner and nicer than what I do. Because I'll admit, I'm a bit of a hack, but that's all right. I enjoy it. I hope you guys do too. Catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.